Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right, next match on the Wrestlemania Backlash card was the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Hall of Famer Edge. I don't think I can call him the radar superstar anymore with this gimmick. I don't think I can. Even though technically, if we're being honest here, this new Edge gimmick is actually rather confusing. Why is it confusing? Well, I talked about it in my prediction video. When Edge turned heel, even though him turning heel was exceptionally random, but then again, now I think Edge versus AJ Styles needed a heel, and I guess Edge would have been the guy. Edge turning heel and then him explaining it after the fact kind of felt like, okay, his presentation, the way he was speaking, it sounded like Edge went to a very dark place. Like a really, really dark place. Like Edge got new music. He comes out with like a purple spotlight, like purple lights with a purple spotlight. You know, all these different things. I kind of just sit here and say, you know what? This Edge character is like a little more darker now. Like he's a little bit more, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Undertaker-esque, if we can even say that. I don't want to say that, but he's talking about, I saw him about, oh, he's bringing back his Ministry of Darkness and his brood. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's just in his dark phase and whatnot. And I'm just like, okay, cool. But then Edge is cutting promos, and he's basically doing what he was doing as the radar superstar, like cutting the fans, cutting on, you know, their teams, the city. And I'm just like, I'm confused. Like, if you're supposed to be this dark character, why are you doing that? Because that's not what dark character does. But I digress. I moved on. And then it was more weird at the fact that he was the one that wanted the rematch with AJ. I'm like, why? Like, you won. What else did you have to prove? Unless you're trying to bring AJ to your level, that's different. But I don't think he explained that. But regardless of it, we have this rematch. Edge versus AJ Styles. A lot of people said this match was better than their WrestleMania match. Maybe. Only because maybe this match has a little bit more clarification to it. What do I mean? I mean, AJ's coming into this match with an injured shoulder, and literally that's all what Edge worked on this whole match was the injured shoulder. Like, this injured shoulder came into play in the finish. So I guess in that hindsight, okay. So I guess because there's a little bit more story to that in this match than WrestleMania. WrestleMania was just, okay, Edge just wants to see if AJ is on his level. Here it's like, well, AJ's hurt, but AJ wants revenge. What's AJ gonna do? But yeah, as I said, in this match, Edge worked on AJ's shoulder pretty much the whole entire match. The minute Edge got some space and got a whiff of AJ's shoulder, boom, that's exactly what he attacked. And he was on that joint all night long. The whole match. Hit him with cross faces, banging his arm on edge of the ring post, barricade. I think he hit on announce table. Like, Edge was all over the place. So he was working on that arm. And with the arm, AJ couldn't really do much with it. He couldn't really do a Styles Clash, even though he did hit the Styles Clash. But with the assistance of the ropes, AJ couldn't hit the Phenomenal Forearm because he hits the Phenomenal Forearm with the arm that has an injured shoulder. So he really couldn't do that. So it was like, you know, I guess in that sense, the context of the match was what it was. So going forward to the end here, Damian Priest comes out. Mind you, Damian Priest was barred from ringside. So Damian Priest actually stops in the middle of the aisleway and says, I'm not at ringside technically. So he's drawing a line saying, this is as far as I can go. I don't know who said this. Who said that's illegal? Or that makes sense, but it doesn't. But I put my hands up and I digress. Then Finn Balor comes out of nowhere, attacks Damian Priest, and then they're just brawling. And so AJ's on the top rope, because he actually was on the top rope when Damian Priest came out. So AJ Styles just sends the top rope. Gets a little higher. All of a sudden, you see this hooded figure just come out of nowhere, grab AJ's by the injured arm, boom, ricochets it off the ropes. AJ's in pain, obviously. Edge grabs him, hits him with the crossface. He's got him in the crossface. Then he reverses it to that sleeper hold that Edge hit on Seth Rollins at SummerSlam last year. Same thing he did with AJ. This time he has AJ's arm trapped, so that way AJ's literally not only passing out from the sleeper hold, but he's passing out from the pain as well. So the boom, double the impact here. And then AJ passes out. Edge wins. Edge beat AJ Styles twice. But Edge had help both times. Let's get that clear. Edge had help. Well, I can't say the first time. I can't say the Wrestlemania match he had help, because technically Damian Priest was just out there just staring at AJ, and AJ was just distracted. But in this match, yes, Edge had help. Absolutely. And then the hooded figure gets into the ring, bows at the knee, stands up, reveals himself. It is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has dyed her hair black. She's no longer a blonde. There's been rumors around that Rhea Ripley is going to be part of Edge's stable Judgment Day. And the rumors are true. So Rhea Ripley is now with Edge. So Edge now has Damian Priest and now has Rhea Ripley. This actually helps Rhea Ripley a lot more, because Rhea Ripley is actually one of the people that should challenge Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship in the future. And now you have a big heel that could do that. Perfect. Cool. In terms of Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, whenever that's gonna happen, probably tomorrow, whenever. We'll see how it goes. But it is what it is. Edge versus AJ Styles. Edge wins. Rhea Ripley's part of Judgment Day. Cool. Next match. Let's get it.